case you're wondering what hooks I'm using, conditions have changed, so I've changed rigs as well. We're getting a very strong current pushing in from the north, and it's going around that southern point there. So if we don't bridle rig our live baits, they just end up getting dragged sideways and getting pulled into the rocks. So I've changed down hook size. I'm actually using a GZ hook, which is a very straight hook, very short in the shank, but it allows me to easily connect the rubber bands, like so. And there's very little chance that that's ever going to foul the bait when he's swimming around out there, when it's connected to his head. So let's go and put another one out.
When a bait is bridle rigged, because it's out of the water for a longer period of time to be rigged up, it's a good idea to put it back in the wading pool for a minute or so to let it fully revive before sending it out into the ocean.
Baits get over the reef, every single bait seems to be getting hit. That was our last yakka, so it's lucky we just caught some small trevally, because they're going to come in very handy this afternoon. Good hooks. Now the key is to spear them back in so they get plenty of water going through their gills. Not the best of your job.
The next morning a southerly change moved through, and finally the bluefin started to fire up.
Hooked onto a solid fish, very solid fish. This fish is not giving up at all, can't get a metre back on him. This fish is fighting right out off the point, so if I get there now while I've got plenty of line in the water, whichever way he goes, we'll follow him.
As you can see, it becomes pretty obvious pretty quickly when you're hooked up to a bluefin instead of a mac tuna. Unlike mac tuna, bluefin have a habit, particularly on lighter gear, of running the angler ragged up and down along the rock ledge.
Careful mate, it's going to be slippery, isn't it?
If you're not a fan of rock climbing, it's probably best to steer clear of land-based game fishing.
That's the one. Now that was probably one of the toughest fights on one of the smallest bluefin I've ever had. Thanks mate.
On the next day, Neil had an uncharacteristic day off from fishing, and young Lisa took his place on the rocks, and it wasn't long before she was on to her first fish.
Looks like Lisa's on a good fish here. We're not sure what it is, but it's taken the first run on. I would have said it's taken at least 150 metres off her. So it's going to take a bit of time to get this one back. We're fishing 6 kilo. Put out a live slimy, so let's see what this thing is going to give us. Hopefully another blue. Fish is just doing another big run, so from what we know is it could certainly be a bluefin, but then again, a cobia would be something that would top our day, seriously. She just pulled back about 100 metres and it's just going to take it all out again. This is what it's all about! Woo! Just try and give him a bit more stick.
It was at this stage the fish on the other end of the line started heading around the point. Now this brought good news and it brought bad news. The good news was that it looked likely that the first fish Lisa had ever hooked rock fishing was going to be a bluefin. The bad news was she was going to have to chase after it all the way around the point. Of course, this job of chasing the fish is made easier when your fishing coach is 6'3" and you can use his height to keep the line clear of any rocks.
Fish just done a massive run out to the right hand side. We had to leapfrog over these rocks to try and chase him down. He's made a left hand turn again. He seems to be holding himself on the point, so hopefully with this we can turn him to the left, keep him there, hopefully get a gaff shot and land him. Okay, we're right back to where the fish took the bait. He's in this shallow area for us and good enough to get a gaff shot on him. He's really tired out now. He's probably been on the hook for probably 20-25 minutes. So with this now, he's going to come in close with a bit of slack line. We'll get a gaff on him straight away. Just let him arc around. When you drop your ratchet down, make sure you've got your thumb on your spool. At the moment, the fish is arcing left and right. You put too much on him too soon, he's going to reef you and bust you off. You've got to be clean and allow him to have his run. When he ties out, you get a shot on him.
Thank you, Gaffman.
Look at that. Beautiful hook job.
Oh, sweet. Oh.
There you go, Lisa's first bluefin off the rocks. What an absolute beauty. We'll be right back after the break.